Xin chào everybody, and welcome back to Evil GM Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus live stream. It's a beautiful morning. Da 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 da. It's a beautiful morning, except that it's not. I think it's it is sunny and it's 64 Fahrenheit out there. That's almost 23 maybe 23 24 around that. And hold on, let me update the Facebook page. We are on, and the same to Twitter. Have a tweet. 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 Back up, but don't down, good family. I don't care what the people may say. The whisper's too loud for me. Pick up a job, but don't want that ain't going at the function. I don't care what the whisper may say, but the whisper's too loud for me. Oh yeah, the main topic. Pirates of the Caribbean. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da bum 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 ba da bum. Bum 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 ba da bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, Disney, don't sue me. I didn't even whistle. I didn't sing anything. This is a fair use of your material, and I don't get any monetization until 8,000 more views. So about the movie, I had checked out the last Friday. Was it Saturday? It was Saturday. Had a good marathon of checking out movies out there. This Pirates of the Caribbean, in my point of view, worked. It worked because Captain Jack Sparrow wasn't the main thing to watch. I've always thought that Captain Jack Sparrow in the number 1, number 2, and number 3 worked out just well because he just appeared on the screen for a few moments. You know, his job is to pop up in front of you, say something stupid or whatever, and disappear. That's what Jack is good at. But in the part 4, the Fountain of Youth thing, you know, Jack was in the main role, and gee, it felt like it didn't work. You had too much attention on Jack, and he was the main guy, and because of that, we kind of saw Jack way too much. He instead, you know, you kind of grow numb to that thing. But instead, what you should have done is that, oh, motherfucker, Christ, what you should have done is what you actually did in part 1 to 3, and in this latest part, number 5, is that, crying out loud, is that you just pop the guy for a moment on screen, and, you know, leave him be. Just let it go, let it. Too much Disney. Why is Disney everywhere? Yeah, it's I found out that in the part 4, Jack was too much on the screen, and even though I do love watching and listening to his rambles and stuff like that, as much as as much as one of my NPCs in my RPG campaign. But the thing is, don't overdo it. Never overdo whatever you are doing. It's don't overdo salt, it tastes horrible. Don't overdo sugar, that's just even worse. Don't overdo cyanide, it's a waste of material. You have to oh well. You have to be gentle. Be gentle with the thing. And use it with care and tender. And what a nice item for this first. Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you, Eve, again. Eve, did you check out the song I gave ya? Yeah. That was the plot didn't work in 4, Eve. Yes, it didn't. It was they had good materials for a plot, but it didn't work out because I think Jack is not that interesting. I mean, Jack is interesting, but he's more interesting when you spice up with something else. It's like Jack is salt in the food. Salt is good for your food, but Jack is not. Too much salt is just way too much, and salt alone doesn't work unless you do something with it. You either use it on popcorn, you use it on steak, you use it on, stuff. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, how was the steak, by the way? Back to Pirates of the Caribbean here. It's the plot in number 4 needed more characters, I think. Interesting, nice characters that you could use. And there was Penelope Cruz and so on, but that's not what I mean. I mean that it needs characters that interact with others, and they did have that young boy who was like was trying to be, I guess, Will Turner number 2 or something like that, but the interaction with that mermaid, no, it just didn't work. But number 5, you could see funny things happening, and the more Jack makes a fool out of himself, the more audience enjoys, I think. And what we actually love about is the interaction between Barbossa and Captain Jack Sparrow, and that is what actually worked quite well in part 4, is that Captain Barbossa and Captain Jack Sparrow had their constant competition, considering that they had a good history between each others when they fought for the whatever that first thing was. Dead Man's Chest? No. Oh yes, Eve. I asked you about the steak. How was it? That's all, I think. Did I have something else? Take a sip, people. It's Monday and you're supposed to drink. Monday, Monday. I did love and like the special effects on this latest Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazar's Revenge. It's what I've always loved about are the effects and the choreograph and how it's unrealistically bizarre. That, you know, how the story goes, that the people fight each other's on top of a mill or something like that. It's like also people were in the beginning of the movie, they robbed a bank, and instead of just pulling the freaking instead of just pulling the freaking wall out, they dragged the whole. Please open up. Drag the whole freaking house with them. That's the Pirates of the Caribbean I'm used to seeing. That the whole thing goes footloose and people lose control. But instead of completely losing control, they're going with it. It's a big mess, but it's a good synchronized mess. Oh dear Lord. I'm taking this one. Oh, the steak was better than normally. Much stronger taste. Well, thank you. It was dry aged for freaking 90 days. Not my best dry aged steak though. Would have probably would like to have more potent taste to it by using rice with the dehydration, but too little yield, I guess. It's a give or take. Also, in the pirates, this pirate, I guess they had some jokes that I wasn't sure if it was funny or not, but the audience seemed to enjoy it. That's the most important thing. If they think it's funny, I think it's good enough for me. And I've always loved Ghost, and this time it was a real ghost ship. In the first one, it was a ghost ship also, but they were like skeletons. It's like I don't know, 0.5 version of LeChuck. And seeing Blackbeard in the fourth one, for some reason the whole movie wasn't that memorable. Couldn't remember stuff that happened much in Mermaids. I do remember Mermaids, and I completely forgot that they had Captain Blackbeard had its ship that he could control as much as he wanted. I mean, the whole ship was in his control, literally. He also had like what you say? He also had I mean, in Pirates of the Caribbean number 2 and 3, Dead Man's Chest and At the Edge of the World and so on, there's one captain whose name I can't remember. The one with the Cthulhu octopus lobster pincer thing. He was not in control of the whole ship, but instead he he knew every part of the ship as his own pockets, because basically it was his pocket, and they could have. He could leave from every part of the ship to anywhere with just by his own will. But this was like the real ghost ship thing. That's and too bad it didn't last forever, but I guess they had to kill the guy somehow by returning. Oh yeah, Davy Jones was the name. And there's so much story about the legends in those Pirates of the Caribbean mythology, like the Trident of Poseidon and Fountain of Youth and yada 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 of wadi wadi wa. Fuck. Thank goodness. But I'm how long can it last? Not that far. I did notice that they're gonna, for crying out loud, they will make a sequel again. There were post credits that made me think that not another one. Even yes, I do like the Pirates of the Caribbean, but it just doesn't seem to end. I'm waiting to see Will Turner living happily ever after, and but nah, it's there will be. I guess it depends on Orlando Bloom and the others how much they will actually are willing to continue this whole shenanigan thing. I'm also, well, I guess I shouldn't complain too much. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean is an enjoyable franchise, and it's not that I don't enjoy it. I actually I do enjoy it a lot. But there's this nagging inside me that just makes me feel like is it ever gonna stop? Will it ever end? Well, the sea fight was impressive as ever. The fight scenes were quite nice, as much as you can fight against a ghost, I guess. But well, the music is the same. I always liked the music in Pirates of the Caribbean, and this is not any different. It's something that I enjoy, and it's that's weird. And it's not gonna change. I guess Jerry does sound the same in almost everything he does. But when you think about it, if Jerry is gonna keep up with the same attitude as this, he's gonna be the next him. He's gonna be the next Danny Elfman. Nothing wrong with Danny Elfman though, except that there is. It's I'm beginning to think that most of the Danny Elfman stuff just sounds the same. It's the laughter of the kids and kid choir and small jingles and tingling everywhere and machine voices and I don't know. It's maybe I'm just, I don't know, fed up with the whole thing. I'm constantly looking for something new, something that surprises me and gives me that feeling. And considering that the whole, hello Oscar, welcome back to the stream. And considering that the Pirates of the Caribbean whole franchise is just based on, you know, a theme park ride, how much can you get out from that? Apparently at least 5 sequels, which is interesting amount of material. But then again, I'm thinking that I have time to time I have inspiration for something, and I get interesting amount of material for my own use also, which probably means that you can basically have the Pirates of the Caribbean last for a decade. You get 10 more sequels. I mean, think about it. Pirates of the Caribbean 15. Why isn't this spider dying? Oh, there you go. And what else? Fuck. Captain Jack Sparrow, Will Turner. The amount of Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley was on. Hold on, I didn't go to the item room. Maybe I'm aiming for the boss rush? I don't know. Seems like I am. Huh. And I thought this is gonna be a short stream. Sure. At least I get... Come on. Enough with bad damage. My favorite characters in the whole... not Binding of Isaac. Pirates of the Caribbean franchise has been... Well, I did like the octopus guy, Davy Jones. But... and I did have a small sniff, a cry, when Captain Barbossa died in... Fuck. In the latest... I guess he's... I don't know. He doesn't want to keep on making Pirates of the Caribbean. Or maybe he's just getting old. Or maybe the story just is at the part that there is no more need for Captain Barbossa. I don't know, just a wild guess. The stream started 25 minutes ago. Yes, indeed. It was just one of these surprise streams. And I'm beginning to think that I'm almost... I've almost said everything about the Pirates of the Caribbean, though. Well, if the fame of the Pirates of the Caribbean works with... is all about Captain Jack Sparrow, I'm sure it's not gonna it's not gonna last forever. Considering that we already saw that what happens when you make Captain Jack Sparrow the main guy. Huh? Oh. This dude. And yes, it just doesn't work. Come on. Come on. I guess I'll die. And yes, that Will Turner number 2 didn't work in Captain Pirates of the Caribbean number 4. And they just went back with it was a good choice for them to use Will Turner's son. It kind of like binds the story together. And it created that sort of canon-like feeling that we are living in the same world. The whole Pirates of the Caribbean 4, the part 4, just felt like it was so separate. It didn't feel like Pirates of the Caribbean, if you know what I mean. I don't know. It's dang it. Fuck. Well, I guess that's all what I can say about the Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Am I expecting Pirates of the Caribbean 6? I bet they will do. But it's... I'm not... I don't have high expectations. Every time I do see Pirates of the Caribbean, it brings me back to the time and age of Monkey Island. And number 1, 2, and 3 did have this a very Monkey Island feeling. And yes, Green Bomb, the number 5 did feel like the first movie compared to the others. The number 2 and 3 were kind of like they were tied up together. Well together, and I guess they wanted to check out how the first one just comes through, and it was a big it had a gigantic sales at the ticket office. And well, now it's interesting that they even made number 5, considering how number 4 wasn't a big favor of audience, at least among the fans. But some people just can never get enough of Oh, Oscar is asking, do I prefer big damage or very good fire rate? You know what? If I have tier effects, I definitely go for a fire rate. Think about contact lens. You definitely want a very good fire rate, and if you have like holy light and other sorts of those booger tiers, you definitely need to you want a very good fire rate. But if you don't have tier effects on your in your game, I would prefer big damage. And if you go for Guppy or other items that have spiders or flies, you definitely want a big damage because they scale with your tiers. And yes, Guybrush Threepwood is one of the best game heroes ever. Him and Roger Wilco. I agree, Green Bomb. And I also think that the whole cat and mouse chase between LeChuck and Mancomb Sheepwood or something. Oh, Guybrush Threepwood it's enjoyable. I did enjoy not Pirates of the Caribbean, the Monkey Island 3 a lot. I like the art style, and I also love the humor. The voice acting was great, and well, my RPG campaign is starting in half an hour, so I guess I'll go and pop open the duck. I'm doing fine dining today. Soy. I think I have something like 8 or 9 components all together on one plate, but yeah. Basically, I'm doing a soy duck, an orange soy duck. And for appetizers, we have dry aged beef. People, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the share, and hit the bell. And I'll see you next time. And P.S. Seems like the cat video is getting more thumbs than Jacob and I all together, which is weird. And yes, Green Bomb, Monkey Island 3 and Space Quest 6 are pretty good games, and not just good. They're awesome. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Where's my OB? There it is.